Diana, age 32, a librarian. Her grey eyes hold the dust of centuries-old books. Silence is her loudest form of speech. Her hair, the color of midnight clouds, is pulled into the same meticulous bun every morning. Her movements are measured, her gaze profound. People know her as Quiet Diana, yet within her, storms rage. Every morning, the same routine. Waking at 6:30 a.m., single-sugared coffee, a book read on the metro. Her job at the City Archive Library seems dull to others. For Diana, however, every book, every document is an unopened world. Until that day. Thursday, October 19th. A rainy autumn morning. Diana is cataloguing Collection 47 in the Rare Works section. In a dusty box, she finds a strange, leather-bound notebook with no writing or symbols on its cover. When she opens it, she notices the writing becomes visible and then vanishes a minute later. Only a single sentence remains: "True libraries are not found on maps." That evening, she stays late in her office to examine the notebook. Hours pass. As midnight approaches, a strange map appears between the notebook's pages. It shows the library where she works, but with labyrinthine corridors expanding into lower levels. The map marks 2 floors beneath the basement that shouldn't exist. Curiosity has always been Diana's strongest trait. Taking her flashlight, she descends to the rarely used basement. Behind an old cabinet in the location shown on the map, she finds a hidden mechanism. An almost invisible crack in the stone wall is actually the edge of a door. With a slight push, the stone wall slides away, revealing a dark, descending staircase. She takes the first step, breathing in the air smelling of dust and damp. This moment marks the end of her ordinary life and the beginning of an unknown adventure. The stairs are stone, damp, and slippery. As Diana's steps echo, her flashlight illuminates strange reliefs on the walls. Symbols she's never seen in any art history book are arranged like fragments of a language. Some resemble eyes, others stars, and some look like books. After 62 steps, she reaches a spacious room. This is the first hidden level shown on the map. Bookshelves cover the walls, but the shelves are empty. In the layer of dust, there are traces as if someone walked here recently. As Diana kneels to examine the tracks, she hears a faint clicking sound in the distance. "Must just be a rat," she whispers to herself, but a shiver runs down her spine. The air is unnaturally cold. As she stands up, her flashlight flickers. At that moment, she notices something she missed before: faint, glowing footprints on the stone floor, leading towards the back of the room. They are soft, phosphorescent blue and seem fresh. Following the footprints, she discovers a narrow archway hidden behind a collapsed bookshelf. Beyond it is not another room, but a vast, natural cavern. Stalactites hang from the ceiling like stone teeth. In the center of the cavern stands a structure that steals her breath: a circular platform made of dark, polished stone, and upon it, a single, enormous book resting on a pedestal. It's bound in a material that looks like darkened silver or dull moonstone. As she approaches, the pages of the book in her backpack begin to hum, a low, resonant vibration she feels in her bones. The giant book on the pedestal responds, its cover cracking open with a sound like splitting ice. A light, not from her flashlight, emanates from within its pages. But before she can take another step, a shadow detaches itself from the cavern wall. It's tall, humanoid but elongated, and moves with a disturbing, liquid grace. It doesn't speak, but a voice, dry as falling pages and ancient as the stone, echoes directly in her mind. The keeper has come. But is she ready to read what was never meant to be read? Diana freezes, her heart pounding against her ribs. The shadow being, the sentinel, as the voice in her head names itself, does not advance but stands between her and the pedestal. This is the antechamber of echoes, the sentinel's mental voice whispers. Here, only true seekers may pass. Your key is curiosity. Your test is understanding. It gestures with a slender, shadowy hand towards the giant book. On the now open pages, scripts flow like water, shifting, changing from something resembling cuneiform to intricate geometric patterns, then to what looks like musical notation. It's a language, or all languages, in constant flux. How? Diana hears herself ask aloud, her voice small in the vast cavern. How do I read this? You do not read with eyes alone. You listen. You remember. You feel the meaning. Remembering the notebook in her bag, Diana pulls it out. Its pages, once blank after the map faded, now mirror the chaotic scripts from the giant book, but frozen in specific, fleeting combinations. It's not a translation guide, it's a primer. Each captured symbol in her notebook corresponds to an emotion, a sensation, a fundamental concept. She focuses on one symbol that appears repeatedly in her notebook next to a small sketch of intertwined roots. Looking back at the giant book, she searches the flowing text. There, a cluster of similar shapes. She doesn't read it, she concentrates, letting the symbol fill her mind. A feeling of deep connection, of hidden foundations, of networks beneath the surface washes over her. The word is root work. The sentinel inclines its head. 1. Many more to grasp. The chapter you seek is the chronicle of the Unwritten City. Find its title in the flow. Hours blur. Diana enters a state of profound focus she's only ever felt when completely lost in a historical mystery. The cavern disappears. She deciphers not through grammar, but through empathy and intuition. Sky that binds becomes law or covenant. Heart sand becomes fleeting time or moment. Slowly, a narrative thread emerges from the chaos. It speaks of a city, Celestria, built not of brick but of compacted memory, a metropolis of scholars and dreamers who stored all knowledge not in books, but in a shared psychic lattice. She finds the chapter title, and then the weavers went silent. As she mentally speaks the title, the flowing script on the giant book stills, settling into a stable, beautiful, and alien alphabet. The sentinel steps aside. The path is open. But remember, keeper, to read some stories is to awaken them. The pedestal sinks into the platform with a groan of stone. The floor beneath her feet shudders, and a new staircase, illuminated by the same soft blue glow as the footprints, spirals down into even deeper darkness. Part 4. The Unwritten City awakens. The new staircase leads not to another cavern, but into architecture. Diana steps out onto a balcony overlooking the impossible. She is inside a vast, cylindrical shaft, easily a mile wide. Curving walls rise and fall into darkness above and below, but these walls are made of millions upon millions of books, scrolls, tablets, and crystalline data cores, all fused together into a living, breathing structure. Soft light pulses from within them, like a slow heartbeat. This is the Unwritten City, not a ruin, but a slumbering library organism. The balcony is part of a network of walkways and bridges that crisscross the colossal shaft. In the center, suspended by nothing, floats a complex, clockwork-like sphere of interconnected gears and lenses. The weaver's loom, the heart of the psychic lattice. But something is wrong. A corruption stains the walls. Veins of a sickly, greenish-black energy pulse through sections of the book-lined architecture. Where they spread, the books are dark, silent, and covered in a thin, fungal growth. The silence here is not peaceful, it is stifling, dead. A figure appears on a nearby bridge. It is human, or once was. An old man in tattered librarian robes, his eyes milky white but somehow seeing everything. He holds a staff made of fused book spines. "They warned you, Sentinel," the old man rasps, his voice physical and strained. "Yet you let a new keeper descend." The lattice chooses, Aridan. "Not I," the Sentinel's voice echoes in the space, now audible to all. Aridan, the last living weaver, turns his blind eyes to Diana. "The lattice is infected. We sought to archive a knowledge too dangerous, the echo of oblivion itself. It is a thought that consumes other thoughts. It slept in its chapter for millennia, until your world above grew so loud, so full of chaotic information, that it resonated with the echo. It woke, and it feeds on the city's memories." He points a bony finger towards the central sphere. One of its major gears is frozen, encased in the same greenish-black crystal. It must be purified. The Chronicle says only a keeper who reads with intention, not just with mind, can recalibrate the loom. You must go to the heart, place your notebook upon the core, and read the city's true name. But the echo will defend itself. It will show you terrible things. Diana's journey across the bridges is a descent into a nightmare archive. The corrupt veins react to her presence. They project hallucinations, not false sights, but real memories twisted into despair. Libraries burning, books turning to ash in her hands, the faces of everyone she's ever loved forgetting her name. The echo weaponizes her deepest fear, irrelevance, the loss of knowledge and connection. She fights not with weapons, but with memory. She recites beautiful poems, hums her father's favorite song, reconstructs from memory the first line of every book she ever loved. Each act of precise, loving recollection pushes the corruption back like a shield. She reaches the central sphere. The core is a simple, clear crystal plinth at the center of the frozen gears. The air crackles with whispering voices urge her to close the book, to forget, to sleep. With trembling hands, she opens her notebook to the first page, now glowing with all the symbols she learned. She places it on the core. Looking out at the magnificent, dying city, she doesn't read from the page. She reads the city itself, its sorrow, its hope, its vast and beautiful purpose. And she understands its name. It is not a word, but a feeling, sanctuary. She speaks it. The notebook flares with white, pure light. The light races down the veins in the floor, through the bridges, up the walls. It meets the greenish-black corruption in a silent, shimmering wave. The fungal growth disintegrates. The dark veins light up with gold. The frozen gear in the loom shudders, cracks, and begins to turn. A great, gentle sigh fills the shaft. The millions of books pulse in unison, their light steadying into a warm, constant glow. The Unwritten City is healing. Aridan stands beside her, tears cutting through the grime on his cheeks. You have done what we could not. You remembered on its behalf. The sentinel materializes beside them. The keeper has passed the test. The connection is remade. Your world above, with its chaotic noise, is now subtly, gently, woven into the lattice. Its stories are safe here, and its people may one day dream of forgotten truths. Diana returns to the surface as dawn breaks. The secret door seals shut behind her, the stone wall appearing seamless once more. In her bag, the notebook is warm. Its pages are no longer blank, but filled with a serene, golden script, the foundational grammar of the lattice's language. She sits at her desk in the quiet library above. Everything looks the same, but everything has changed. She is no longer just Diana the librarian. She is Diana, the keeper of the threshold, the bridge between the written and the unwritten. And as a patron asks for help finding a book, she smiles, knowing that somewhere deep below, a new, beautiful volume is slowly forming on the walls of a city that dreams, recording a story that has just begun, hers.